For centuries, it has existed as the greatest legend of all, a city of pure gold, its streets paved with jewels, its temples sparkling with treasure, a place of unimaginable wealth that has driven men to madness, inspired centuries of exploration, and left a trail of death and destruction in its wake. This is the legend of El Dorado. But what if this golden city wasn't a myth? What if it was real? And what if it was never meant to be found? This is the story of El Dorado's curse. The year is 1532, and the Spanish conquistador has just landed in the heart of the Muisca people. He is told of a great ceremony that takes place every 7 years, where a king covers himself in gold and throws precious jewels into a lake for the gods. The conquistador's mind races. If he could find this El Dorado, this golden man, then he too could become rich beyond his wildest dreams. So begins our story. The tale of El Dorado, the legendary golden city hidden deep within the Colombian jungle. For centuries, the tale of this mystical place has fascinated explorers, adventurers, and treasure hunters alike. And yet, despite centuries of searching, no one has ever found it. Or have they? The story goes back to the 16th century when the Spanish conquistadors first arrived in South America. They heard whispers from the indigenous people of a great king who would cover himself in gold and make offerings to the gods in a sacred lake. This ritual, known as the Sisiote, was an important part of the local culture, a celebration of the king's power and the fertility of the land. But the conquistadors, driven by greed and the promise of untold riches, saw only gold. They transformed the story of the Gilded King into a legend of a city of gold, a place where streets were paved with jewels and the houses of the nobility were made entirely of precious metals. Thus, El Dorado was born, the mythical golden city that supposedly lay somewhere in the heart of the South American wilderness. Fueled by this legend, the conquistadors set out to find El Dorado, but they were never meant to succeed. For the conquistadors didn't understand the true meaning of the legend. The ritual of the Sisiote was not about a king, but about the gods. It was a celebration of life, not wealth. Yet the conquistadors, blinded by their own greed, missed the point entirely. They believed that the king was El Dorado, the golden man, and that he held the key to unimaginable riches. So they searched for him, venturing deep into the jungles and mountains of Colombia and Venezuela. But the further they went, the more elusive the city seemed to become. The conquistadors never found El Dorado, but in their relentless pursuit, they caused immeasurable damage. They destroyed entire villages, enslaved thousands of indigenous people, and spilled blood in the name of the mythical Golden City. The story of El Dorado is a cautionary tale of the dangers of greed and the importance of respecting other cultures. It reminds us that the pursuit of wealth and power can lead us down a dangerous path, and that the true value of life lies in our connections to each other and the world around us. In the end, the conquistadors were consumed by their own darkness, and El Dorado remained just out of reach. However, recent discoveries may suggest otherwise. Deep in the Colombian jungle, archaeologists have uncovered the ruins of a mysterious city. This lost civilization thrived in the heart of South America for centuries, but it was never meant to be found. Its existence was erased from history, leaving behind only whispers of its former glory. This discovery raises questions about the true nature of El Dorado and the role it played in the ancient world. Could this lost city hold the secrets of the elusive Golden Man? Or are the stories of El Dorado nothing more than a fairy tale? As archaeologists continue to excavate the site, we may finally learn the truth about this mysterious city and the legacy of El Dorado. But the story doesn't end there. Legend has it that the conquistadors stumbled upon a strange and unsettling phenomenon while searching for El Dorado. Whenever they came close to finding the elusive city, they were plagued by a strange curse. Explorers would disappear into thin air, victims of a mysterious force that protected El Dorado from outsiders. Some say the curse was the work of the gods, a way to keep the city safe from greedy invaders. Others believe it was the spirit of the jungle itself, angry at the desecration of its sacred lands. But the truth is, the curse was real, and it took many forms. Some explorers fell ill with deadly fevers, while others were bitten by venomous snakes or lost their way in the dense jungle. Still, Others were driven mad by the relentless pursuit of gold, becoming obsessed with finding El Dorado at any cost. As the conquistadors pushed deeper into the jungle, the curse grew stronger, leading many to abandon their search and flee for their lives. Even the most determined explorers were forced to turn back, haunted by the fear of what might happen if they dared to trespass into the Forbidden City. But the curse didn't just affect the conquistadors. Those who lived near El Dorado were also caught in its grip. Whole villages were wiped out by sudden floods, earthquakes, and landslides, leaving behind only empty ruins and silent graves. The curse casts a long shadow over the land, striking fear into the hearts of all who lived there. In the end, the curse was the ultimate safeguard of El Dorado. It kept the city hidden from prying eyes, ensuring that its secrets would remain buried deep within the jungle. The curse of El Dorado serves as a reminder of the power of nature and the importance of respecting the boundaries of the natural world. It shows us that some things are best left undisturbed, and that the pursuit of wealth and power can come at a terrible cost. And yet, despite the danger, some still dream of finding El Dorado. Modern-day explorers and treasure hunters venture into the jungle, hoping to uncover the secrets of the lost city. But they, too, are at risk of falling victim to the curse. The legend of El Dorado has captured the human imagination for centuries. Stories of the lost city of gold have inspired explorers, adventurers, and dreamers to push beyond the limits of the known world in search of something precious and elusive. From the conquistadors of the 16th century to modern-day treasure hunters, people have been fascinated by the possibility of finding El Dorado and all of its supposed riches. However, the allure of El Dorado goes beyond just the promise of gold. The story of the cursed city has captured the human imagination and inspired countless works of art, literature, and film. The idea of a city made of gold has become a symbol of wealth, power, and beauty, and the curse that protects it adds an element of danger and intrigue. But the reality of El Dorado may be far different from the legend. Historians and archaeologists have spent centuries trying to uncover the truth behind the myth of the lost city. Some believe that El Dorado was based on a real place, a sacred lake in the heart of the Colombian jungle where ancient rituals were performed. Others argue that it was purely a figment of the conquistadors' imaginations, a product of their own greed and desire for gold. Despite centuries of searching, no one has ever found El Dorado, leading many to believe that the City of Gold is nothing more than a myth. Yet the legend persists and continues to inspire wonder and excitement in those who hear it. Whether El Dorado is a real place or just a story, the tale has captured the human imagination and has become an enduring part of our cultural heritage. The search for El Dorado is a testament to the human spirit of exploration and our endless curiosity about the unknown. It is a story that has captured the human imagination for centuries, inspiring dreamers and adventurers to seek out the lost city of gold. The legend of El Dorado has left an indelible mark on our culture, shaping our ideas of wealth, power, and beauty. Whether it is a real place or just a myth, the story continues to fascinate us and remind us of the endless mysteries that lie hidden in our world. And so we are left with more questions than answers. Was El Dorado a real place or just a figment of our imagination? Did the conquistadors ever come close to finding it? And what happened to the people who stumbled upon the lost city? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between the legends. Maybe there was a city of gold, but it wasn't what the conquistadors expected to find. Maybe the real El Dorado was the friends we made along the way. Or maybe the curse of El Dorado is real and some secrets are best left buried in the jungle. What do you think happened to El Dorado? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to explore more dark and unsolved historical mysteries, be sure to subscribe and click on the next video on your screen to uncover the truth together.